Victoria Neuman from The Boys.
So she's hiding something. Something that makes her way more dangerous than any of them.
And this is what makes her so wild. She's got this insane duality. She's an anti-soup politician who's secretly a soup. She's the adopted daughter of Stan Edgar, the very CEO she's supposedly trying to take down. And underneath all that power playing and ambition, her main motivation, her one true goal, is protecting her daughter. Talk about a mess of conflicting loyalties.
So, let's switch gears and talk about Claudia Doumit herself. Because her journey to landing this massive role, wow, it was anything but a straight line. In fact, it started with so much rejection, you'd think most people would have just given up right then and there.
Get this, at 17, she was rejected by every single major acting school in Australia. She ended up dropping out of university just to take acting classes on the sly. Can you imagine? Mentors actually told her to her face that her look doesn't sell and that her only real shot was to leave the country. So that's exactly what she did. Packed up, moved to LA, and just started grinding.
And here's the absolute best part. When she finally booked the role of Victoria Neuman, she had no idea about the character's dark side. Seriously, she thought Neuman was one of the good guys, this ambitious, progressive crusader who was fighting the good fight against Vought.
And then she gets the script for the season 2 finale. As Doumit herself puts it, she's reading about the big congressional hearing, and all of a sudden, her character starts popping people's heads. Just like that. In one single moment, everything changed. She had to completely reevaluate her entire performance up to that point.
So that brings us to the big question. How does she do it? Let's break down the actual techniques Claudia Doumit uses to build this masterful manipulator.
Okay, first up is what we can call the chess player approach. For Doumit, every single conversation, every alliance Neuman forges is a calculated move on a chessboard. It's got nothing to do with emotion. It's all about strategy. Finding an opponent's weakness, what they want, what they need, and using it to her advantage.
And in her own words, it's not just chess, it's 3D chess. She's always thinking 10 steps ahead, constantly strategizing, always looking for leverage. So that means every single interaction you see on screen is layered with a hidden objective.
The second technique is where things get really fascinating, almost a little meta. Doumit plays Neuman as an actor. The public-facing politician, the concerned colleague, the determined activist, it's all a role she's playing. She is constantly performing for everyone around her, hiding the real person underneath.
Doumit herself points this out, saying she's an actor. And what that means for us watching the show is that the real magic is in those rare, fleeting moments when the mask slips and we get a glimpse of the real Victoria Neuman, the woman behind the performance.
So, what is behind that mask? Well, it's not just cold calculation, it's a total storm of internal conflict.
I mean, just look at this contrast. The public sees the ambitious politician who has it all together. But in private, she's a protective mother, a conflicted daughter, and honestly, she's completely on edge most of the time. Doumit has to play both sides of that coin, often in the very same scene.
And this part is key. Her ruthlessness isn't just because she's evil, it's driven by desperation and this profound internal conflict. As Doumit explains, Neuman is fully aware that her decisions are ultimate betrayals, and that self-awareness is what makes the character so compelling and so tragic.
Now, you don't just wake up one day and know how to play a character this complex. This kind of nuanced performance doesn't come from nowhere. Doumit has built a career playing really smart, adaptable characters across a ton of different genres. I mean, her filmography is incredibly versatile. She played Jiya, a brilliant programmer in the sci-fi series Timeless. And then she completely switched gears to voice and perform as Farah Karim, a freedom fighter in the Call of Duty franchise. That alone shows you her incredible range.
And that Call of Duty role was a huge deal, by the way. Farah Karim was the first playable female protagonist in the Modern Warfare series. So you can really see how each of these roles honed the intelligence and adaptability that are now so essential for portraying someone as complex as Victoria Neuman.
So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway here? With an actor like Claudia Doumit and a character like Victoria Neuman, we learned that the most powerful part of a performance is often what's held back. The secrets, the internal conflict, that humanity just simmering beneath the surface.
Doumit's performance taps into a much larger question for all of us, doesn't it?
It forces you to consider the masks we see every day, not just on our screens, but in our own lives. And it leaves us with one final thought. When everyone is playing a role, how can we ever be sure what's real?